So what I have determined is for this to sit in there, for this to sit, it's going to come this way, and of course, and then down. So this is 6 inches now. We need to make it 4 inches so it can clear like this bracket and the top of the loose spring bracket right here. So we're going to take and cut this down to 4 inches. I've got one set up. So the nice thing, the way this worked out, is my saw is 6 inches wide here, and it cuts right at 2 inches in. So it's like I don't even have to mark it. I just got to make sure I'm staying straight and true with the angle iron. So here we go. And now we got a piece of 2-inch plate, 3/8 thick. All right. Take it over to the truck and see how it looks. See how bad I screwed up. All right, so of course this will have to come out. I'm going to easily take that out now. We obviously got to take that one out, and then these bolts. These 3 bolts and this bolt, but I got to figure out what the angle is on that so I know I can put it back right in the exact same spot. So how am I going to do that? In theory, because the truck's not going to move, I should be able to level this off and measure. I'm going to measure right at the center of the tube. And level, we're 15/16. And that's perfect, because that's the same size impact or socket that it takes to get that off. All right. Oh yeah, all right. That's gonna go good. Trying to decide now. Originally I was thinking of going all the way out flush, and then I could when I build the hitch on the back, I could utilize this to tie everything together. I think is what I'll do is I'm going to cut that one, pull the bolts, put it in place, and then I'm going to get the mock up the hitch and look at the, well, the height ain't going to matter because it will change, or it won't change just based off of moving this back and forth. So I've measured right previously. I think we are within 2 or 3 inches. Let's push this back. Pull that back to there. While I'm at it, if you would, you subscribe, like the video, comment, helps get it all pushed out to more people. All right, so it looks as though my new mics that I bought stopped working at this point, so I'm gonna try to give you a little audio here of what's going on. Basically, the short of it is we put these angle irons on the rails, and we're gonna mark out the holes so I can get them drilled, and then these will be the start of the new hitch. I'm going to weld some hitch rails on so that I can pin in a goose ball or put my RV hitch on there. I can swap back and forth to them. So here we're just taking the bolts out. Those are the old bolts that hold the fifth wheel plate in, the commercial fifth wheel plate to the truck. So we're going to take those all out so we can put these rails on, or the angle iron on the frame, and then mark out the holes. And there's the rails I was just talking about. You can see one's kind of bent up and one's bent down a little bit. We have a remedy to that. You'll see that after a while here. But basically I'm just kind of sliding them back and forth, trying to decide what I want to do, where I want to put them. At this time I only had 2 of them. So my thought process was I had to kind of decide where I wanted them for good, because only having 2 obviously kind of limited me as to where the hitch would end up. But I really wanted to have the ability to move the hitch forward and backwards on the frame, so I could put it towards the back of the axle, which is where it is right now. And then I later kind of had the thought of, if I added another rail closer to the cab, then I could put my hitch in 2 different spots, which I always like to do things that give me more versatility, just more options to create a better situation for whatever's going on. So basically that's what this is, just taking a lot of time and kind of looking at things, measuring things, deciding what exactly I want to do, trying to get everything squared up right and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and put you on fast forward again, and you can watch that whole process. A second ago there, when you saw the truck frame going up and down, that was me playing with the air suspension. I was just making sure the air leveling valve, which is that little rod with the red tape on it right there that you can see kind of in the bottom left corner, that keeps the truck suspension aired up in the right location. And so when the truck is aired down, I had to make sure everything was clean, the new hitch and stuff. So that's what that was. Here you can see I'm taking the mud flap hangers, I guess you call them, off, because those are going to be in the way of what we're going to do for a bumper on the very back. I'm going to get those out of the way now. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just pulling the bolts, and they're just little clip deals that the mud flaps kind of, you see that square piece there, just a square rod goes down into that, and then it holds the mud flap over. So we're going to be doing something different with that, so I'm getting rid of those, pulling those off. We won't need them. You can see right here, this is where that rail's bent real bad. We got a fun solution to take care of that. A little farmer way. The farmer fix, as I call it. I'm going to take this pin here and see if it won't fit through that slot. I'm pretty sure it won't, but let's see how much we got to bend this thing back. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's not really fitting at all. It's about a quarter of the way to go before it fits through there. You can see that. That's just got to, normally those just slide right through. You'll wiggle them a little bit maybe, but they generally go through pretty easy. So we'll have to fix that so that all the pins fit in there nice and align up. And here's our farmer fix. And we got audio for this, so I'll let you back to it. see, I went a little overboard on the paint. I get impatient at times. I know I'm gonna have to I'm gonna take all of that off. We painted the top corners, the top and down 4 inches for this angle iron to go on here. And then it's gonna bolt into existing holes. So I wanted to make sure that was painted. Obviously same thing on this side. And I started putting the paint down. I'm like, oh, I really like how this looks. And I'm like, well, if I go a little bit lower, and I just didn't stop. Now the whole thing is blue. There's dirt under there, and it needs to be wire wheeled. But once these angle irons pieces are in, we can get our hitch all welded together, welded up, bolted on, and whatnot. And then when I actually go to paint the frame, then I don't have to pull the angle iron off this hitch, my hitch setup. I don't have to pull that off. I'll just paint right to the bottom of where it'll go, which is like 4 inches. That's why I cleaned that area real well, primed it really good for the blue paint. So, but I don't know. It looks about as good as you can get with a rattle can, so it'll look great for 50 feet and 50 miles an hour. I like it. It's coming together. So if you would, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see more videos like this one with me rebuilding my 94 Freightliner Cabover as an Optimus Prime Replica, you can click on this box over here. And maybe this box over here will be the latest or the last episode. I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much.